Hello all, welcome to Instabug Bits. Today we'll be discussing how to create alerts and rules for crash reporting. Let's first go through the different use cases that we'll be addressing today for crash reporting alerts and rules. So the first use case that we'll be going through is regression. Regression is a crash that was closed in an app version and then reactivated in a newer app version. Then we'll be talking about the spikes in new occurrences and then code ownership, to align the different teams in your organization with parts of the code that they are responsible for. And last but not least, timeouts, which is a new feature that we just released, and I will be showing you how to utilize it. So without further ado, let's switch to the dashboard and see how to create alerts and rules. This is the landing page of the Instabug dashboard. Now you just have to choose the app that you want to create alerts and rules for. So you press on the app and then you will find alerts and rules on the sidebar here from the home page, which you can press on and see the alerts, all the alerts and rules that you already created. This is much easier than what we had in the previous versions, where you had to go through settings in order to reach the alerts and rules engine. So let's create a rule. You press create and then you can create a different rule for each and every product that we have here in Instabug, for bugs, crashes, or APM, which has all these metrics. But today we will only be focusing on crashes. So let's start with the first use case, which is regression. We choose crashes and then we go to triggers, where you can find different triggers such as crash when it's first seen, new occurrences for existing crashes, regression, number of occurrences within a certain period of time, number of affected users within a certain period of time, or even both of them. So we will be focusing on regression. So for example, you want to have alerts for regression when it comes to anything that has an exception message that contains critical. And for example, for app versions greater than the fourth app version. And then you have the option to either or these conditions together or and it. So for this example, I will choose and, because I want to see all the critical issues for anything greater than the fourth app version. And you could add as many conditions as you want. And then you can have the actions and you can add as many actions as you need. So I will be choosing to forward this to the Jira project that's responsible for these priority crashes, and I will also get an alert on Slack. All I have to do is name that rule and I'll be good to go, and I just save it and it will be affecting all the upcoming rules. The second use case that we'll be talking about is spikes in new occurrences. So you will have here the target as number of occurrences and affected users within a certain period of time that you will choose here from the drop-down list, and then you will have to set a threshold for these occurrences and the affected users. Then for this example, we will be choosing conditions such as crash type and user attributes. So for crash type, you can focus on OOMs, ANRs, non-fatals, whatever you think is best. And then you will have user attributes such as if this user is a VIP user or if these users are logged in or not. You can see if this is true, then you will get again an action as forwarding to a certain Slack channel to be alerted whenever there is velocity alerts on this crash. Another use case would be code ownership. So for code ownership, you want the trigger to be a crash is first seen. So whenever this crash is seen and it has any of these conditions, so in these conditions, I will be ORing them. If the path has checkout, if the file name has checkout, or even the current view has checkout, then I will assign it to that team called checkout. And I can have as many teams as I need, and I can assign as many teams as I need. So this could lead to another supplementary alert. So for this alert would be, I assign that team to that certain crash. I want to be alerted for that crash as well. So whenever there is a new occurrence on an existing crash and it has a condition that this team is checkout, then I will choose if the total occurrences is above 1000 and the affected users above 500, then I will forward it to that Slack channel related to that checkout team. And then I will be talking about timeouts. So for timeouts, you will have the option to be notified once every 10 minutes or even notified once every week. So this is just to help you see whenever there is a reoccurring issue for that specific rule. Let me show you how that was previously done and how it's done right now. As you can see from this table, all the triggers that we had used to be only sent once, but now with the new alert timeouts, you can have the different timeouts for each and every trigger. So the example I was just showing you right now is the new occurrence on an existing crash. And this one is the only one that you have full control over it by choosing either to be notified once or notified once every week. And this is all. Thank you for listening and hope to see you soon in our next video.